Welcome to the first lecture about web design. I hope you already downloaded your copy of the course ebook. If you didn't, you should do that right now. It is in the previous lecture. So besides all the things you will learn in the course, I also share a lot of resources with you in the course ebook as we go over the different topics of this course. These will make your life as a web designer a lot easier. This ebook actually contains material that is not covered in this course, but in my other course, which is about web design and web development. So take a look at that material as well. Now before we start, let's first distinguish between web designer and web developer. The designer is the one who creates the look and feel of the website. The developer then actually builds a website based on the design from the designer. A front-end developer uses languages such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the front end, which is the visible part of the website. Now the lines between designers and developers are becoming more blurred as learning to code is getting easier for designers and designing is getting easier to developers. So if you're already familiar with HTML and CSS, or Photoshop, or some other graphical software, you can take the guidelines and rules you will learn in this course and start using them today to design beautiful websites. Now there's actually a good reason why it's getting easier to get started with web design. And I'm talking about flat design, which is the big new design trend popularized by Microsoft and Apple. The introduction of flat design completely changed the way we design today. I will explain this based here on Apple's iOS that we can see here in this picture. So on the left side you have the old iOS 6 with all those shadows, color gradients, textures and bevels. On the right side the new iOS 7 look and feel. Now flat design gets rid of all those shadows, color gradients, textures and so on, leaving us with a two-dimensional design without losing the functionality. Most people perceive flat design as being simple, clean and modern. I personally think that the interface on the right side looks really much cleaner and more elegant as well. Or maybe look at these two login forms. Would you find it easier to design the left or the right interface? And that's what I'm talking about. So this is a huge opportunity for new designers just like you. Or look at these beautiful flat web designs. Now I'm not saying that it's easy to design these sites, because it really is not. But for a complete beginner, I think it's easier to get started with this type of design because it's technically easier to do. You will see lots of websites like these over the next lectures. So that's it about the introduction to web design. I think it's very important that you start to get a feeling for what's happening in the world of web design right now. So that's why I gave you this short introduction. And now we will start learning some guidelines about typography. Make sure you don't miss them.